Are you tired of using the same cookie cutter teams in War? Well, this is the video for you because I am talking about the top 5 War defense hybrid teams in Marvel Strike Force. And I'm talking about it with my brother right here, Goofy. And if you're ready for that, guys, to see how you might be able to stack up some War defense wins and stop those full clears, Goofy, tell them what to do, brother.
Let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Oh, hello, Valley Maniacs. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin, and in this video, we are talking about the top 5 War defense hybrid teams, non-cookie cutter, non-standard teams that you could use in War right now and hopefully rack up some defensive wins for you. And I'm discussing this list with my brother right there. What is up, Goofy? Are you ready to talk about some top 5 War defense teams?
Yes, I am. Let's do this.
Oh, I'm ready for it as well. Now I know you did a list on your channel, and when you're done watching this video, go to your channel, check that out. Let me know which list you like best, guys. And now, if this is your first time here, or you have not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Strike Force content. Plus that bell, hit that notification bell so that you get notified as soon as a new Marvel Strike Force video is uploaded. But Goofy, without further ado, are you ready to see who is on this list?
Oh yeah, let's go.
All right, well, before we actually go, let's talk about some of these more common teams that are not actually on the top 5. This is my honorable mentions. First team that I want to mention is these guys right here, the Mercs. The Mercs with Shuri, Killmonger. This team is almost so common, it is almost like a standard team. But are you using this team on War defense right now?
Yeah, this is exactly what I'm using on War defense right now.
All right, well, I got some better teams for you. Let's talk about a few more honorable mentions before we get to this actual list. And here's another one of these teams. Here's another one. The Wave 1 Avengers with Coulson instead of another Avenger. Is this a team that you're using and seeing a lot of right now in War defense?
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of them, and I'm using them.
Oh, you're using all these these honorable mentions. Let's get to another honorable mention, brother. And it is these Asgardians with Drax instead of Thor. Now, we saw the Wave 1 Avengers. A lot of people are putting Thor on that Wave 1 Avengers instead of Coulson, which means that you're having a 5th spot that you need to bring in somebody for. Drax is a popular choice because he has that pre-taunt. But there's some other characters with that can replace Drax, can replace Thor on these Asgardians. Minerva is another one that I'm seeing a lot. Captain Marvel is another good one. And Zemo. Zemo is one that I heard from chat. Are you seeing a lot of these hybrid Asgardians nowadays?
You know, this is actually, I'm not really seeing a lot of these. So this is actually a new one for me to be able to see Drax. And I've heard of Captain Marvel, but the other one, Zemo and Drax, actually I haven't heard of those before.
Zemo's Drax I've fought, and they screw up the symbiotes a little because you cannot immediately attack Greg. You have to go for Drax, so that kind of screws up the symbiote combo. But you know, eventually, if you're punching down a lot, or if you're punching across enough, you can still get this. But yeah, Asgardians still a very strong team, but not as much with Thor. And last but not least, this is the last hybrid team we will get you, or the last honorable mention team, the Dad Bros. And I think this is what a lot of people are using the Dad Bros with, kind of to take advantage of their crits with Nick Fury, Shield of Stealth, Shield Operative. And are you seeing this a lot on War defense?
For where I'm at right now, no, I'm seeing the Dad Bros on some other teams, but not specifically this team. But it makes sense because you're taking Coulson off, so you got to replace them with someone, right? So this makes sense.
Yes. So yeah, this is a decent. This is really making great use of the Dad Bros. They do have some counters, but if a lot of people aren't really familiar with facing the Dad Bros, this could screw them up and possibly get you some easy defensive wins in the beginning. But let's get to the countdown. All right, so let's start with this top 5 list, and let's start with this one. Speaking of the Dad Bros, the Young Avenger Dad Bro combo. This is one I faced in War last night. And there's some trickiness. We have some hero brawler synergy with Miss Marvel, America Chavez, Shatterstar, Squirrel Girl. Longshot is a blaster, so he doesn't get that brawler tag, but the Dad Bros have synergy with each other. So decent synergy can be countered, but I think this is a team that might screw some people up. What are your thoughts on this Young Avengers Dad Bro combo?
No, this is really good. I mean, obviously Shatterstar, Longshot have a lot of crit, damage, and this is actually one of the teams that I've been looking to for other purposes, not specifically for defense, but Shatterstar, with Miss Marvel, with wanting to take Captain Marvel off, especially with those new Skeleton, characters coming through. I was wondering, who would I replace? And Shatterstar seems like a really good option. Obviously, Dabro's really strong together. This looks like a pretty crazy combo, and they're fast. They're fast too, if I can recall right.
Very fast, especially when they're getting crits. They're filling that speed bar with that passive that they have. This can be a problem. But like I said, they do have counters. The Brotherhood can counter these guys pretty easily. Right. But if you're not using the Brotherhood, or if your opponents aren't using the Brotherhood, this team may get you some defensive wins and may be a good placeholder if you built up your dad bros, but aren't sure when X Factor is coming to the game. So this is the first one on the list. And moving on with the countdown, this is the next team. Now, this one was almost on a common team, because this is one that I'm seeing a lot. I know this has been out there for a while. The Inhumans combo with Coulson and Fury. Is this one is this a team that you've been seeing a lot of in War on defense?
I've seen them some. I can't say a lot. I think a lot of people were, especially where I'm at in Gold 4, a lot of people still do find value with using Black Bolt and, the full Inhuman team, but I'm starting to see, as we get climbing a little bit higher, starting to see this team to be a little bit more frequent. And, I get it. I definitely get it. Once again, the speed of the team, Coulson is just a phenomenal war tune, right? So, what he's able to do. And then, of course, Agent Coulson is going to be calling Black Bolt, right? Because he's the one with the highest damage. So that makes, Black Bolt could delete you before you even really get going. I see and I understand the combo. You're getting offense downs with Yo-Yo. This is really strong.
Offense down plus the healing for Yo-Yo and Black Bolt with Crystal. The one problem, though, that this team has once in a while is when Fury calls his summons, he calls shield security, which is a protector, and kind of negates Yo-Yo. So if you leave that protector up and kill Yo-Yo first, it could be a problem for people facing, which is why this is not the #1 team. But this team is still a tough team to counter if you're not using the right counters for this team. Could pose some problems for your opponents. So try this. Let me know how many defensive wins this team gets for you. But moving on to the next team. This is #3 on the list, and this is a strong team. Now, I have a couple options here. We have the normal Marauders, but we have Magneto instead of Sabretooth. Another two combos that I've talked to Chad about: Ghost instead of Magneto, to really take advantage of that speed down from Emma Frost. You have to have that speed down for Ghost's basic. And then Doc Ock to reduce some of the offense downs instead of Magneto. So Emma Marauders with some different fifths. What do you think of this Marauder team? They're very strong as it is, but what do you think of some of these hybrid fifths that we have here? Magneto, Ghost, Doc Ock instead of Sabretooth.
This is really cool. I really like it because obviously Magneto he's like an underrated legendary. I don't know why, but he's such a very good. He's situational, right? He's a situational plug and play character. Obviously, the Brotherhood with him on there by himself is good, but this combination right here, you put other mutant villain characters that are strong with Emma and Sinister. It's just it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I've used this one. I have not tried the Ghost one. I've not tried the Doc Ock. Actually, I haven't used this on defense. I've used this on offense. But I've in the raids, not in War. But very, very strong team right here. The Ghost version, the Doc Ock version look very strong on paper, and I've been told they're very strong. I've not tried them personally, but if you guys have tried the Ghost or the Doc Ock versions, let me know, because they seem to wreck a lot of teams. Now, Goofy, are you ready for the last two teams on this list?
I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
You seem impressed with some of these teams. So let me know what you think of these last two teams. All right. And this, so I've been told, is a very, very strong team. Now, Hydra, even without Zemo, very strong team. If you don't go in the right counters, they can wreck a lot of teams. They do have counters, but this team eliminates a lot of the counters. And this is not what I've tried personally, but Zemo replacing either Scientist or Sniper on this full Hydra team. So I've been told is very, very hard to counter. And if you got a 400k plus of this team, the only real team that can take this team out, so I've been told, is the Black Order. What are your thoughts on a new improved version of Hydra?
I like it, man. I like it. I like Red Skull and Zemo together, and obviously Scientist is really there. Can be super annoying with the death proofs and the heals and all that. I mean, it's and then Rifle Trooper does a lot of damage, man. He does a lot of damage. So it's a really superb team. I haven't seen this combination. I've seen people use it not on defense. I've seen people use it on offense, but I've never thought about facing them on defense. That would be pretty interesting.
Yeah, a lot of the combos get taken out when you got Zemo in the mix there, because Zemo's moves, his passive, his ultimate, his special, all three of those are very, very strong. So this poses some problems, and like I said, what I've been told is the only team that really counters this is going to be the Black Order once you get them up to at least 400k power and above. That is looks very strong. So let me know how this team is working out for you guys. Looks strong. I know I don't want to face this team. All right, and coming in at the #1 spot for this top defense hybrid teams is this hybrid of the Mercs and the Asgardian, combining two pretty meta war defense teams, combining into one, eliminating a lot of the problems. And this is a team that I faced last night, ran into some problems with this, had to actually two-shot this team because symbiotes don't work very well against this team. You got Merc Riot Guard, and you're not really taking out Greg because of Merc Riot Guard. You got a lot of blinds from Taskmaster. Those blinds get spread by Hela, so the symbiotes don't even get going for a while because of the combo of all these characters here. Merc Lieutenant makes it hard. Loki makes it hard with his disrupts, or his throwing Hela and him in his stealth and all his minions that he's summoning. This team is a problem. The only unfortunate thing is you're reducing two meta teams, making one very, very strong team. What are your thoughts on this team? Have you seen this team? Have you heard about this team? And how would you deal with this team if you saw them?
This is really, really tough. I mean, the only immediate counter I thought about was a team that you showed earlier, Magneto, Emma, like those two together. I mean, I really honestly think that's really kind of the only counter I can think about it, because you need somebody to clear all those negative effects off, and then potentially being able to flip that, flip a blind over and do some line control later. But even with that, I mean, Taskmaster is so fast. Merc Lieutenant with the heals is crazy. Merc Riot Guard with those blocks. It's just, I mean, especially if we have high red stars on them, this is a nightmare of a team to face on defense. I immediately, I'm just like, I have to break up and make a hybrid team in order to be able to beat them.
Yes, I just saw this first time last night. Used the symbiotes. That didn't work very well. I've only faced this team once. I went in later and finished it off with the X-Men. But this is a problem. I'm not sure how to one-shot this team right now. But if you guys have thoughts on it, let me know. You gotta really survive for 2 turns, because you're getting that big burst of damage from Taskmaster and the Mercs. Yeah. You got the blinds from Taskmaster. Then it's all spread from Hela, which screws up all your turn 2 as well. So, you basically have to survive 2 turns of full attacks with this team, and then you can start doing your damage. It is tough. So, I mean, maybe Black Order, maybe like a hybrid Brotherhood type team, but
Doc Ock's an extra 6, maybe, because maybe if you have Rhino on that team, you can clear some of those blinds. I don't know.
I have them on defense, so that wasn't even an option for me. Right. But maybe that is the team to counter this with.
Yeah.
Like I said, guys, let me know your thoughts on this, and let me know your thoughts if you have any other war defense team hybrid teams that you think I'm forgetting. Now we're going to go over to your channel, Goofy, and we're going to go take a look at what you put together for us. I'm very curious to see. We did not disclose this to each other beforehand, but we're going to go over there now and see what you have put together for us. All right, but before we go, brother, any last thoughts before we go ahead and take a look at your list?
Oh man, this was a really good list. I feel like there's some more that we could have added to it, but obviously it's always hard to narrow it down to only 5, right? That's why we had the honorable mentions.
I had a bunch. I had a bunch that I left off the honorable mentions as well, just but because there's a lot of them. So yes, let me know, guys, if there's any egregious teams that we left off the list. Let me know in the comments. And Goofy, before you go, tell everyone where they can find you.
Oh yeah, baby, GoofyRhexxi on YouTube, and once you go to YouTube, you can find me everywhere else: Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. Come hang with me, guys. I'm silly.
Check him out. Come hang with him. He's silly. He's very, very goofy, guys, and he's very, very Rexy as well. I will see you guys next time. Goofy, thanks for joining me. I'm very curious to see your list, so let's go check it out together. Subscribe, smash, social media. I will see you guys next time, and share some of my videos before you go, guys. Goofy, give me a Hulk's fist bump. Oh yeah. There it is. Goofy and ValleyFlyin.